welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to another bouncing match review because we have won another game and we won it in really convincing manner. We played well against Atletico in the week. We beat Huesca before that, which now means that after today's victory against Granada, for the very first time this season, Barca have done 3 La Liga wins in a row. We are on a run and we want to continue that. We're discussing all of today's win. It's coming right up. So let's get to it. And indeed, to celebrate today's performance, today's match review is coming to you courtesy of the OneFootball app, and you can indeed, down below, keep up to date with all of the latest in La Liga and right across Europe in terms of the major leagues. If you want to download that, that is in the description below. But if we do move on here to Ronald Koeman's starting lineup, which again worked so well. Because as we predicted in the pre-match video coming into this one, there were very few changes there from the team that beat Athletic in midweek. Indeed, there was a change at centre-back that was enforced there, Mingueza coming in for Clement Longley. And just before kickoff, it was actually there a surprise change at centre-back when Ronald Araujo actually pulled up there with an injury and Samuel Umtiti had to be drafted in. And I've got to say, considering there Umtiti was brought in at the last minute, Mingueza I thought was brilliant right throughout the game, so calm on the ball, played really well. You got Jordi Alba here and Des there as the fullbacks, De Jong again in midfield playing so well. And I also have to say, Sergio Busquets today, he's not been brilliant this season. He's had his ups, he's had his downs, but today a really good dominating performance from him. What we want to see from midfield, it was Messi and Pedri central, Dembele off to the right, and Griezmann again playing just off to the left, coming central when he needed to. But overall, it was Messi and Pedri in their own space, Dembele giving us width there and combining with Dest, and Griezmann, he was brilliant today, as we come on to now when we're talking about those goals. Because it did not take long for Barca to get underway, and again, it was basically where we finished off against Athletic, and that was the most pleasing thing about today's performance. We were all worried coming into it. We were thinking, can Barca kick on? Can we continue here? This run, this streak that we're on? And we were all worried about that consistency. But today, we stepped up again. They arrived into this game with the same mentality, with the same attitude, and I was really happy there with the way we started the game. And in particular, it was Busquets there at the heart of it for the first goal. Admittedly, he's not looking for Griezmann. That's the funny part about this goal, because he's not actually looking to play Griezmann in. He plays it there, looking to get in behind, and it's actually Soldado who inadvertently actually plays in Griezmann. He takes a wild swipe at the ball, it comes off him, which is why even though Griezmann was in an offside position, he's fine, because it comes off the Granada player. Griezmann then collects the ball. It's a good first touch from him, and he also reacts really quickly there to just stab the ball into the back of the net. He buries it really well in front of goal, something that we want to see from Antoine Griezmann, and we were off. We were underway. Things were looking very good, and from that moment, we built on it. That was the important thing. Don't just sit down. Don't just accept they're a 1-goal lead. We kept looking for more, and of course it was Messi, who then came up, provided the magic, as he really is doing right now. But of course, I want to start with the man who provided Messi with that goal, because it was Griezmann involved once again. And this is the important part, I feel, about separating Messi and Griezmann on the field. Because for me, as I've always said, they shouldn't be in the same space. They're too similar in the way they go about the game, so you should use them in different areas. Griezmann here picking the ball up in his own half. He ran, he carried the ball there, almost the full length of the field, and you could tell all the time that he was looking up to see where Messi was on the field. Now, Griezmann is a bit wider here. Messi is nice and central. There's a good distance between them. Griezmann there picks Messi out in the perfect area. It just takes one touch out of his feet. And again, we're seeing that finishing from Messi that maybe wasn't there a few weeks ago. Against Athletic, he looked electric in front of goal. Today was exactly the same. It's a beautiful finish. He makes it look so easy. And Barca, 2-0 up without breaking sweat. And I think in particular, when you're talking about Messi there in front of goal, when you're talking about that razor-sharp finishing, you've got to look at the free kicks. All season long so far, we've been thinking, when is Messi going to score another free kick goal? Because, of course, he has been so prolific from that area, but it hasn't quite happened for him so far this season, but he put that to bed. Against Granada here, they lined up there with the wall as they do. They got the player there lying down behind the wall, trying to block off every available option for Messi. But you know what? He thinks, okay, this is too close close here to go up and down over the wall, and they block me going under the wall that side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go goalkeeper side. I'm going to smash the ball low and hard. Brilliant accuracy there into the bottom left-hand corner, and the goalkeeper cannot get anywhere near it. 3-0 up by half-time. Messi with 2 goals. Griezmann, really, really impressive in the game in terms of his movement, in terms of picking the ball up in the right areas. And Barca as a team, just looking happy, looking confident, and ultimately beating Granada in every area of the field. And I think certainly in terms of the second half, there was naturally a bit of a drop-off from the team. That happens, we all know about that in the long season, and the fact we are playing so many games and so many of these players have been out there time and time again. It is natural there for a bit of a drop-off at 3-0, and I can forgive them for that because of how well and how clinical we were in that first half. But the second goal for Griezmann did come, and this for me was my favourite goal of the game because I really enjoyed everything about this, because Busquets puts it out towards the right-hand side, Dembele there, giving us that all-important width in the way that he plays, and he's got his head up. He's always looking, can I create something? And Griezmann, again, really good movement. Yes, he may play for most of the game out on that left-hand side, but he does have the licence to roam. He does have the freedom to come inside where needed. He makes a really good run there into a dangerous area. Dembele picks him out, but it's the first touch. It's a brilliant first touch from Griezmann that puts the ball right where he wants it, and then he takes the second so quickly. He shoots before the goalkeeper can even move, can even realise what's happened, and that's a really tight angle. That is a brilliant finish there from Griezmann to go across the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. An absolutely fantastic strike. Brilliant goal all round. Barca 4, Granada 0, and at that point in the game, we were in party mode. And I think certainly that party mode was very much illustrated by what happened next. Because of course Barca didn't go on and score any more goals, but there was a drastic change in the players that were out there. Because immediately after scoring, none other than Lionel Messi came off. He actually rested in a game. It's very, very rare that we see Messi do this. He must have agreed there's something with Ronald Koeman to come off. If we were ahead in the game, certainly there, that happened. Messi went off, Braithwaite came on, De Jong was also given some really important rest, then also Pjanic came on in his place, and 10 minutes later, something even stranger happened, because Messi may have gone off. We may have been 4-0 up, but Ronald Koeman, he brought on Ricky Puig. I mean, who is this guy? Who is this guy? But Puig came on, Dembele off, Trincao came on as well for Pedri, and I thought Puig in those closing stages, they're really, really good touches that he had. He looked confident on the ball. He looked as though he'd never been away from the team, and even though, of course, he hasn't had many minutes, he did do enough to impress Koeman there if he was watching Puig's performance. But I think overall, from Barca today, to continue on this streak, to continue on this run of form, it was so important for us to get that third successive league win. That's what we are aiming for. We've got big games still to come. We all know that we're still nowhere near where we want to be, but we have to keep building. We have to keep pushing. And Ronald Koeman said earlier on, before this game, that he's getting closer to knowing what his best team is. And I think what we're seeing now is evidence of that. Good signs. And we keep on pushing. So please, guys, I really want to know how you saw today's game. A very, very comfortable win over Granada. I honestly didn't expect it to be this comfortable. Granada, like I said before the game, they are a good team. They're a team right now who are still in the Europa League, so they're no pushovers. But what did you make there of that performance? Who impressed you? And looking ahead now to the games we have to come in what is still a very packed January, what are you expecting? I hope you're doing well, guys, and I hope you enjoyed that today. It really puts a positive spin on our weekend. I'm off now to see how Real Madrid get on with the pressure back on their shoulders. I'll see you soon, guys, and I thank you indeed for watching. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.